And we are now live via GBN TV. Let me say good morning once again to those of you who are viewing via GBN TV. Good morning and welcome. It's another mid-morning buzz this morning. And I did mention that we do have some guests. We'll be introducing them. Let me say good morning to those of you who are viewing via our social media platform, especially our Facebook page or YouTube channel. Those of you who are viewing via, of course, gbn.gd. That's our web page. Good morning to you and welcome. Now let's go over to our guest this morning and say good morning to, of course, the chairperson of the National Celebrations Committee. That's Mrs. Jacqueline Alexis. I hope I'm getting her name right. Good morning to you, and how are you this morning?
Good morning. I'm very well on this sunny day today. So thank you for inviting us on the show.
Oh, thank you so much. We also have Superintendent. I hope I'm getting the right. Superintendent Cannaught with us this morning. Also, good morning to you, sir. How are you?
Pleasant good morning and to you and the viewing and listening audience. It's a pleasure to be on the program here this morning.
All right. Still wait, I'm not sure we're having a little technical glitch. I'm not getting you via the television aspect of things. Surely the technical folks will take care of that, but we can proceed in the interim. Let's kick it off this morning with that's Mrs. Alexis. Good morning once again. Now, we're getting set for most of the main celebrations that comes around this time of the year. We know it's all about independence, 2023. We know it's 49 years Grenada celebrating as an independent nation. And certainly, how has the previous activities that has taken place thus far? Give us a bit of a highlight what has taken place and what we'll be expecting in the upcoming days ahead before we get into D-Day, which is Independence Day.
Okay. Well, first of all, to say that, of course, we're celebrating under the theme this year of the journey to 50, reflecting on the past, planning for the future. And the theme is very significant because, of course, we are on the way to our Golden Jubilee.
Yes.
So we wanted to reflect that oncoming Jubilee within the theme this year. So that's obviously our theme for the year. Most of the major activities thus far have actually been happening in Carriacou and Petit Martinique, and theirs usually happen earlier so that we're able to have other activities here on the mainland that they can also engage in. So many activities have happened in Carriacou and Petit Martinique thus far. Last Saturday night in La Sagesse, we held the semi-finals for the Calypso Monarch, so the Independence Calypso Monarch. We had 21 participants competing, and we are now down to 10 who will join in the finals on Friday, and that's Friday the 3rd, in Supt at the bus terminal. So that's been the major activity thus far. And in addition to that, we've had the cleanup campaign and the beautification campaign going on. I don't know if you've noticed, but certainly over the last couple of weekends, there's been a lot of work going on in the communities, in the parishes, to clear rubbish, do a little painting, just to clean up and beautify our surroundings. And that's been really important for us to do because, it's our island, it's ours, and we need to take care of it. And we were supported very, very much by the Ministry of Mobilization, Implementation and Transformation, who partnered with us on making this happen right across the island. So again, we're very happy about that. We're very happy that the community have engaged in it, and we'd like to thank everyone who participated in that. I think this weekend would be the last weekend for any final touch-ups, but it's been a very successful campaign.
All right. Certainly happy to hear that. And this morning I did have the privilege of speaking to Mr. Ernie James and, of course, Mr. Cannaught. They spoke a lot about most of the sporting activity that have taken place and still ongoing. We know of the Grand Mall Beach. They have that swimming, that open water swimming competition coming up. There's also of course, the beach. That's the table tennis and also the boxing tournament and so forth. Certainly interesting. Now, how do you feel about the activities this year, Mr. Alexis? I know, of course, coming out of the pandemic and so forth. How do you feel about the activities this year? What is the upbeat spirit that you were receiving, the committee itself? How the upbeat spirit you're receiving, especially from the different parishes and different communities around? How's that feeling like thus far?
Well, it's been very good, actually. The participation, as I said, and the support that we're getting from the communities and from everyone has been really, really heartening. I think given the hiatus of the last 2 years where we weren't able to host a lot of the activities we are accustomed to doing, I think people were ready to get back into it. And obviously we recognize that COVID is still a risk to all of us. And that we must be vigilant to that. But at the same time, this is an opportunity now for us to come back together as a country, as a nation, and start to move forward out of the COVID era, so to speak.
Right.
The response has been excellent, absolutely very, very heartened by the participation.
Now, what of the major activity that are coming up besides the actual activity on Tuesday the 7th of is the expo that has taken place, and Made in Grenada Expo. Mr. James did share a lot of information about it this morning. Tell me, from you being the chairperson of it, how excited are you for that particular event coming up?
Well, I'm very excited for the 7th. I always enjoy the 7th, the parade and so on. But I'm actually not going to steal Superintendent Cannaught thunder here.
We're certainly going to get to him shortly when he comes to the parade and stuff.
Yeah, I'm going to let him speak to the parade. But certainly leading up to the parade, we've got, as I said, we've got the finals on Friday for the Calypso Monarch. On Saturday, about the sporting events that are taking place. On Sunday, we have our Independence Church celebration, which is being held at the Trade Center at 3 p.m. And on this occasion, we were very happy that we've been able to involve all the denominations. So we have representation from evangelistic, we have representation from the Rastafarian community, the Muslim community. So we've been able to involve all the denominations, and we're really happy about that. So that's at the Trade Center on Sunday. And then on Monday, National Colours Day. I know everybody loves to dress up in their colours on National Colours Day. So, let's do the same. National Colours Day, it's there for everyone. Go out in your colours. And I know schools love to do it for the children and so on. So I'm looking forward to seeing all the colours out there on Monday. And then the Grenville extravaganza, the cultural extravaganza is back, and that's on Monday evening in Grenville, starting at 7 p.m. And we'll have lots of cultural performances. Of course, our Calypso Monarch will perform, and there'll be lots of activities and food and drink and everything there for people to enjoy, and culminating with the fireworks. And I know it's something that we all looked forward to over previous years, and we haven't been able to do it. So it's really nice to be able to bring it back and do that and have that activity again for everyone to enjoy on Monday evening. All right. And then, of course, that moves us straight into the 7th. Yes, we have the expo, which is our trade expo, which will display and highlight our spice vendors, our craft vendors, our produce vendors. All of these things will be on display and on sale. So please come with your dollars and support. And there's also a heritage display taking place as well. So again, very exciting elements happening.
All right. Now, Superintendent Cannaught, this is where we get to trip you in there for a wee bit this morning. And now let's talk about, the Royal Grenada Police Force. We know the military parade is always, of course, an interesting aspect of our independence celebrations. Tell us in terms of how preparation, in terms for the military parade, the different units will be participating and so forth. Just in general information that will certainly grab the interest of our listeners and our viewers this morning.
Good morning again, and most certainly. But let me just say something on behalf of the Commissioner of Police to wish each and every citizen of Grenada, whether here or on the mainland or in the diaspora, a happy 49th independence anniversary. It's going to be a spectacle, I must say, and we have all of the other participating units that will be taking part in this year's parade as per usual. I must indicate also that we are moving back to the pre-COVID format for our parade. We were restricted, as Ms. Alexis alluded to, by the hiatus of the 2 years that we had to curtail our parade to suit the confines of the COVID pandemic. But now we are moving back into our full parade display, and it's definitely going to be a spectacle this year again. And we're actually prepping for the Big 50. It's going to be all of the major participating units from the prison, the RGPF with the different detachments of the organization, the prison, cadet corps. Those would be the main units, and then we have the unarmed units representing the different groups from in and around the island. So the rehearsals has been going quite nicely. There's quite a buzz, a lot of excitement, because we really want to nail it this time around. We have been off with the major parade events for the past 2 years, and we're very happy now returning back to the pre-COVID conditions where we can give a full display on the Day of Independence. And it's a much well-anticipated event. And as usual, the RGPF band is, they have a big secret. They want to put on a spectacle this year again. I have seen just a little bit of the rehearsals, and I must say the commitment, dedication, and the interest that is being placed into this year's parade definitely is something to look forward to. For this year, the parade would be under the command of Superintendent Holly George. He's no stranger to drills, and he has been in and around with parades for over the years. And he's going to take the team through the entire parade for this year's celebrations. Quite a lot has been happening as we speak. Ms. Alexis alluded to the fact that we are also in preparation over the Sister Isles. Right now we have the dress rehearsals being taken place over at Carriacou, and then we move forward to the PT Martinique's parade tomorrow, and of course on Friday, Carriacou would have their own parade. And then the band members and other officers who travel over to Carriacou will be back down for our rehearsals then again on Saturday, and our dress rehearsals on Monday, God's willing. So for this year's parade, we're going to have a special trooping of the band, as was the case for over the years. So that we'll have again Constable McLean of the band. He is going to be the mace bearer. And as per usual, you can expect just miracles from this gentleman. So we're looking forward to his demonstration on skill, handling the mace and leading the band as they troop across the parade square. In addition, there's going to be a special drill display from members of the Special Services Unit and also the Grenada Coast Guard Unit. They have special rehearsals currently being undertaken.
Seem to have lost Superintendent Cannaught there for a wee bit. I'm not sure what happened, but we seem to have lost a bit of an audio connection there from him. All right.
Okay, are you hearing me now?
Yeah, we're back. Okay. I was gonna ask you this. All right. Yeah. I was going to ask you this. Over the years, in independence, we've been seeing, foreign forces popping in and displaying and being part of our independence. Are we going to see that happen around this year?
Unfortunately not. It was something that we were looking forward to, the committee, I must say, but that is not to be. We have had no expressions of intent by any of the foreign friendly forces that they will be participating in this year's celebrations.
All right.
I don't know if we will have any last minute notifications, but as far as I know, at this point, definitely wouldn't be having any friendly foreign forces joining us.
All right. You alluded a while ago, we expect a superior performance from the band. It's always what we seem to look forward to every year. I know you don't want to jump the gun and say anything that going to, give folks that preamp, but give us that for let folks who are listening and viewing that encouragement to know that it's going to be very spectacular. So they should be encouraging folks to come on out and be part of the celebration at the National Stadium.
But most definitely, I must say, because the troops, they are all ready and set to go. We're just polishing and fine-tuning on the final details. What we do want to encourage, yes, we would have the parade being streamed live on GIS. All the details and administrative issues regarding to ensuring that we have a proper feed, those things are being worked upon in collaboration with GIS. But what we would want to ensure is full attendance at the National Stadium.
Yes.
And this is going to be the real deal. Having to have foresight of all of the different movements. We have two persons who are going to be narrating the parade as we move forward. That would be the person of Superintendent Sylvan McIntyre, sorry, and also ASP Simon Douglas. Those two officers have been around for quite a while, giving coverage of our national parades, and they too would be joining us this year, along with GIS, doing just not only the local commentary, but also the live stream commentary also.
All right.
For this year, the parade will be taking on 7 different phases, beginning with the assembly, right on to the dismissal. But this would also contemplate the second phase of the arrivals, that is for Her Excellency the Governor General. The first arrival, of course, would be the Commissioner of Police. Then the second arrival would be the Honorable Prime Minister, and this, of course, would be his first Independence Parade. And third arrival would be that of Her Excellency the Governor General, after which Her Excellency would be invited to inspect the parade. And then, of course, after the inspection, then we'll have the trooping of the band, the drill display, and then the march pass. And this is where the public can look forward to all of the different tricks of the mace bearer. And of course, I cannot give details as to what the drill display would entail, but definitely to be there would be an occasion to remember. After the drill display, then we have the salute to the nation as phase 4. Phase 5 would take us, phase 4, sorry, is the inspection. Phase 5, the salute to the nation. And then we move off to the departures of the dignitaries at phase 6 and the march off at phase 7. But I could assure you that this year would be a taste of what is to come in the 50th anniversary parade celebrations at the National Stadium. So it's an open invitation to each and every Grenadian. I'm certain that plans are well ahead with the different villages and communities to get persons down to the National Stadium well in on time, for the parade begins at 10 a.m. So we look forward to every Grenadian, patriotic Grenadian, to be at the National Stadium to witness this spectacle this year. So it's going to be an occasion not to be missed.
Thank you so much, Superintendent Cannaught, there for the information shared this morning. And back to you, Mr. Alexis, once again. I know the preamble also, the FOD pattern is moving into our 50th anniversary, and I'm assuming the FOD is ready out there for your committee, putting a lot of emphasis on what the 50th will be like. I know this. You're not going to wait on the last minute to put things together, because it has to be a grand one. You know what happens when everybody turns 50, right? So
the biggest.
Yes, it's that big number. It's that big number. So you know how everyone feels about it. So I'm assuming preparation is already in get for 2024 when we get to 50. And so before we wrap up this morning, just once again, just send out that invitation to all the viewers and listeners. We would like to see the whole of Grenada coming down to the national stage. We know it's not possible, but we would just like everyone to come out and be part of this year's celebration. I give you that opportunity now to make that last pitch and let everyone know that how they're all welcome to come on out.
Okay, well, thank you again. I just want to quickly pick up from where Superintendent left off and just mention that following the parade, there will be the rally and there will be some cultural performances and so on going on following that. So the day doesn't end with the parade. There is still a section to come. And I also want to express my desire that everybody, as many as possible Grenadians, come out to the stadium on the 7th. Let's come together again. Let's bridge our divides. Let's come together as a nation and celebrate our 49th. And the invitation is there for all. If you don't need an invite to come, the invitation, consider this an invitation to every single Grenadian to come out on the 7th to the stadium and enjoy the day with us. And then just quickly, yes, the 50th, the Golden Jubilee next year, we are not going to be waiting till the last minute to start planning. We're actually going to start planning immediately after we finish the 49th program. And we will be planning right along the rest of this year. So there will be things happening, and of course we will come and let the nation know what's happening and what plans we have in place and what will happen, what activities will actually take place leading up to the 50th. So remember, the theme says the journey to 50. So the journey starts directly after the 49th anniversary day of the 7th of February. We start on the 8th.
All right. That's why I want to thank you both for being here this morning. It's certainly a pleasure, and thank you so much for the information shared. I certainly hope of course, the committee, I wish them all the best in terms of the preparation. I hope that it becomes successful. And Superintendent Cannaught, certainly we know the entire nation is waiting and anticipating a wonderful performance from the Royal Grenada Police Force Band and the parade and all. All right. Yeah. Thanks once again for being on the buzz this morning. Certainly appreciate the time. Have a great day to both of you.
Thank you so much.
Thank you for having us.
All right.
Bye-bye.
All right. Hey, folks, that's where we wrap up this segment this morning here on the Mid-Morning Buzz here on GBN TV and K105. Join us again for another program. Have yourself a good one. This is where I say goodbye for today.